warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
Well. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so psyched to start this new series. Of course, the Arsenal Korea mode, and I wasn't planning on doing this, to be honest, until yesterday. I walked into GameStop and I realized the game was like what, $40 cheaper. And at the same time, I know that I'm not gonna get a PS5 anytime soon, even though I've been waiting for 3 to 4 months. And of course, it's definitely a long wait. And I actually still want to produce like new content. Like I know I've been posting MLB The Show. Not everybody watched it, but you know what? Right now, I just threw my money, and you know what? Give me that FIFA 22, and I'll start off a new series. And this is the day where I'll be doing this, and I'm really excited. I don't know how many times I have to repeat this to myself, but it is certainly very exciting. So, you know what, guys? I'm here to take charge. Don't trust the process. Instead, trust my process, because I'll be managing this team to probably going back to the glories. And even though we never won a Champions League before, but I hope by the end of this series we'll be able to win every major trophies, including Champions League, Premier League, and also FA Cup. So those are my three main those are my three main goals at the end of the series. Hopefully, I can achieve that within 3 to 4 years. And you know what? Let's get started. So we are going to go straight to the Arsenal team sheet. So what I did was I didn't use the initial squad. Actually, I did a couple of recordings, a couple of saves before. It didn't work out because we still have like the likes of Willian, Aubameyang in here, and of course I have no plans of using them. And at the same time, we didn't have Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, and also Odegaard. So it was a very big difference. So I decided to delete everything from the past and do it right here. So as you guys can see, this is the team sheet that we're doing. As you guys know, we are transforming the formation from 4-2-3-1 to a potentially 4-3-3. So we are going to go ahead and actually do that right there. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and I know there's a lot of competition between like Smith Rowe and Martinelli in terms of like the position. But again, like Smith Rowe is a very good, like, he's not quite a versatile player, but he can definitely play everywhere. And you know what, if I want him to play on the left side, he'll play on the left side. If I want him to play at the cam middle, he can certainly do that. And the back four is completely delicious, and this is exactly the team that I'm going for. And you know what, I really hope that, because right now with the whole pandemic thing, they decided to add 2 more slots in the substitutes, and I really hope in the next FIFA they're going to do that. So instead of 7, there will be 9, which means there will be more opportunity for me to actually utilize the majority of the squad, in different positions. So, and then right here, this is going to be a very interesting part, because I started this series brand new and we don't have much squad depth. I have turned off the transfer window for the first transfer window. So I am unable to make any signings right now for this window. Instead, we have to wait till January, where I will start to make signings. But of course, right now I have already shortlisted some players that I really do want to see. But of course, I will go over that later. But yeah, this is going to be interesting because we don't have much squad depth. The only players that I might be using eventually, it might be these 3 players: Patino, Hutchison, and also Aziz. Apparently, they are a youth prospect, showing good potential potentially, and that will become in handy. And otherwise, based on what I'm seeing on my screen right here, nothing particular. But again, squad depth, it's completely out of control, and I hope I'm going to make a few signings on that as well, because there's no way I can survive the whole campaign with Gabriel and Ben White at the back, and also Rob Holding as well. The good old squad hub right here, guys. So Aaron Ramsdale. It's funny how in the last career mode I've been using Ramsdale a lot. You know what? He was basically our main goalkeeper in that series, and I remember what I said that he's not gonna reach 80 or 81, but turns out he did reach 81, and I'll be using Ramsdale once again. So I'm excited to use him again. Hopefully, in his game he's gonna improve. So yeah, I think the main part that I'll be talking about, you see a lot of players are gone on loan right now, of course, including some American players. The newly signed Austin Trusty from the United States, of course. I might be using him in the next season, who knows? And Saliba, okay, this is something that I want to talk about. Saliba is definitely going to make my squad next season because, again, he's 78 rated, 20-year-old. There's no way I'm going to loan him out or sell him because, again, he is at his prime of his career. And I'm going down right here. Of course, I'm going to skip all the loanies, Mafropanos, of course, to make this game a little bit more realism. There'll be a lot of players that I'll be selling as well. So Hector Bellerin is going to be gone, and Maitland-Niles, of course, there has been report that he will be leaving the club, and Torreira is gonna go, and Guendouzi again. This is such a good signing for the for Arsenal 3 years ago, but I'm just disappointed that it didn't work out for him between him and Arteta. So going down right here. Okay, so this is the main point I'm going to talk about. So like I said, and also Nketiah, their contract is expiring soon. So, but then of course, according to realism, I will not be renewing the contract, so they will be free to go. And yeah, I feel bad for Lacazette because apparently his price tag is 35 million, around 35 million, and we can get a little bit of money of that. And of course, Nketiah, it's funny because last career mode I signed Nketiah. He has reached 89 rated, but turns out he has to start from the bottom again. But of course, I'm not going to use Nketiah at this point, so try to keep it realistic. I'm not going to have much to there's not much of a squad fix that I need to do, but hopefully by the end or by January some problems will be fixed. Moving on to the board expectations. So apparently there are quite a lot of stuff to do. So we have to sign 4 players in our academy assigned to each of the position: goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward, and yeah, it depends on the number of players that we're gonna get or how good the players are. In critical, assign 1 veteran players. I think based on my short list, I might complete 1. Who knows? But I'll show you guys that later again. So get 5 wins away. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem. And I've set my settings to legendary. Apparently a lot of YouTubers, they said ultimate is way too difficult for them. So I'm going to just pass on that, to be honest. Domestic success. Okay, so Europa League. So okay, so they lower my standard compared to the last save that I did, because they wanted me to get top 4, but right here they wanted me to get Europa League, so top 6 and reach the final of the FA Cup. And long term, try to finish in the top 4, getting Champions League, which is totally fine. Financial, I never actually pay attention to that because I expect it to be completed by its own. We have quite a lot of money for this January transfer window, 107 million with the wage budget of 581k. So that is, that's really more than enough than what we need. So let's go to the email and see what we're gonna have. So introduction, I don't really care about that, to be honest. I'm here just to take charge, try to make signings. Well, not now, but I'm trying to win as many games as possible. So this is the players. Okay, for a scout report, I see that. Vision. Well, we went over the objective already, but Youth Academy report. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, okay, we got some pretty good jam. Powell's, Dries Powell's, I think that's how you pronounce his name. 58 rated, potential 79 to 94. Ooh, this goalkeeper looks pretty good, to be honest. But Tia is not going to make my squad, unfortunately. There are certain players that I already know for the potential category. If their potential cannot reach up to 90, they will not be in my team. That's how easy it is. But that's how needy I want from my youth academy. So these players are going to be gone, and then Nkosi, that's how you pronounce his name, I think, from South Africa. Good potential, but overall it's below subpar, to be honest. And Naji is definitely not gonna make my squad. And instead, let's set up a freaking youth scout. Let's see. Okay, all right. So pretty good scout, Lewis Smith. I'm gonna go on actually set up a scouting network at England. You know what? Homegrown. Love that. We have definitely we definitely need more players in the hell end. So in the end, hopefully we'll get a lot of players from the academy product. So this is my transfer shortlist. So I did a little bit of a twist here and there. So what I'm gonna do is I do play FM Football Manager 2022. So these are the signings that I made throughout my probably 5 years of my career there. So these are my main target essentially, but I might add a few players here and there. But if you guys want to see a certain players that you want me to sign, I will also throw that into consideration. So in the striker role, we have a few actually. I'm gonna do this, sort it out just a little bit, so much better. So Calvert-Lewin, again, he has been on the Arsenal radar for quite a long time, and hopefully we'll secure him in the January transfer window. Benjamin Sesko, a Slovenian striker. I don't know much about him, but in the game he's actually pretty good. And Richarlison, again, we did have a few links with him here and there back then, maybe a year ago. So it's on the short list. Alexander Isak. Oh, this is going to be interesting. We have 4 very good strikers, that's for sure. And of course, Sesko might not be the signings that we need at the end of the day, but depends on the money that we have, depends on the squad depth we have, because eventually our current 2 strikers will be gone by the end of the year, by the end of the season actually, and Balogun will be coming back as well. But of course, Balogun still have a lot to learn from his game. So these 4 strikers are the main target for now. So we have Isco from Real Madrid. So he has a year left in his contract. So I might get him or not, but he is my very first signing in my FM career mode. So I'm not sure if I will make the signing, but it really depends on the price tag, of course, and also the other availability that we have. Rabiot, I have been a big fan of his game for the past at least 5 years as well. And of course, he would be perfect for the role of a box-to-box midfielder, which is currently what Xhaka is playing. And Ronaldo Sanchez, again, very good young player. Used to be, I think he might be the top 3, like the biggest youngsters, but somehow he just dipped. Not quite sure about what happened to him. Oh, Manuel Locatelli. This is going to be a very interesting one. He just moved to Juventus, and I might not be getting him in the first season, which is totally fine, because he might be just my secondary choice, to be honest, for Partey, because Partey is 28-year-old. If he somehow hit 30 in this career mode, I might have to sell Partey or something like that. Depends. Aaron Hickey, a pretty good left back, fair versatile as well. Can go up and down on the left hand flank. So again, I got him is because Tavares in my career mode left. So he is a pretty good sign as well, good backup. And Levi Colwill, youth player from Chelsea, looks pretty good. In my career mode, is a pretty good player. But of course, we have to use more options. Of course, we're going to add more center backs eventually. But again, we have already 2 loanees at somewhere. So who was that? So it was the American and Trusty, and I believe Saliba, correct. So center back is not really the biggest priority for now, because of course certainly right now we don't have any European football, not much of a change here and there. And Lamptey, this is going to be a perfect right back for me. Cedric, it's not going to have a future here, to be honest. Maitland-Niles might be leaving. And 2 goalkeeper choices. So we have Norberto Neto from Barcelona. So he might be a great backup, even though we have already signed Matt Turner in the in real life, but I'm not gonna use Matt Turner. Instead, we might either go for Neto, or in a long term, we might gonna go for Wilker Ferranes. That's how I pronounce his name. Yeah, he looks pretty decent in my career mode. I might be used to him, but who knows. But this is my short list, so feel free. Again, this is the first episode, of course, but so what I'm gonna do here is essentially how I did it before, which is that transfer window, I'll be doing a live commentary, but when we're doing games, I'm gonna go back to post commentary. So on the first episode, what you guys are gonna see, it's just, you know, tiny bits of details about here, about like Shortlist and some other else. So the next episode, it will be potentially the first game against Brentford. So I have received an email from Lacazette. So let's go ahead and, you know what, very generous message from our captain. Of course, delighted to be here, and then right now we are going to go ahead and sim our first game. That's not what I meant to do. I don't really like the sim feature. I know a lot of people think it's cool, but for me, it's like, I'm not going to use it, to be honest. I just somehow made a mistake right here, so I'm going to just have to let it play, I guess. I can't really jump in, right? I think I can jump in. Let me jump in and see how it goes. And it's Bukayo Saka on the left, right hand flank. But of course, I'm going to change the camera angle a little bit. I don't know if I'm liking this. A little bit too close for me. But I'm going to go ahead and probably jump to result. That's what I wanted to do. And we beat them. We beat the opposition 2-1. Very good result. Liking that already. Looking very fresh in my team. Second game. Against this, I'm not sure what team is this, Inter Milan, I think. Yeah, the whole licensing stuff and here and there, not really a big fan. Literally don't know which team is which. We somehow didn't win the game. That's totally fine. It's just a preseason, guys, so don't take it too seriously. And assistant manager asked me not to forget about the substitutes. Don't really care, to be honest. And of course, I'm gonna do the training off camera for sure, because you know it takes a lot of work trying to get an A in every drill. Let's go ahead and sim this as well, and we are taking a clean sheet and Ketia with the sole goal scorer. All right, semifinals against Flamingo. I believe that's where Pedro Marie came from. A Brazilian team, I think, a Portuguese team. I'm not sure, but we are going to go ahead and sim this. Tomiyasu is very, very tired. But hey, we still somehow got the win. All right, I'm liking this already. So here's the final for the SA South American Continental Cup against AC Milan, and we are not going to have a very fully fit squad. But it wouldn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and quick sim this very quickly. And we lost in penalty, which is totally fine. Doesn't mean anything. If you win it, you get what? Again, 10 to 11 million euros or dollars. So, you know what? It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Ooh, okay. We got some final scout report. We're going to go ahead and actually look on that right now. Okay, so we didn't win the friendlies, or we didn't win the cup, Continental Cup. We still somehow got extra 7 million, which is a lot, guys. Like, to be honest, when you allocate a little bit between the transfer budget and the wage budget, it's gonna make a very drastic change. But that's not the main point. The main point is right here, transfer hub. This is going to be very, very interesting here. Oh, right. Okay, so it's not bad. So the majority of the plays that we got looks very nice, to be honest. But ooh, this is going to be a very tough one, because all of them looks really good. But again, to complete. Okay, so Varanes, definitely not as good as I think, but Pedro Neto is going to be decent, because we are going to go ahead and use Ramsdale for the remainder of the season. Hopefully he doesn't screw up in games. But this is looking very good. You know what? I really love it. The thing is, should I make the move today, or should I move it to later in the episode? So I'm gonna actually leave it here. I will let you guys decide. This is my shortlist eventually, everybody. So what I'm gonna do is let you guys decide. If you guys can decide, I will add in my own players that I'm fancy to signing. But yes, of course, it would be nice to have another center back options or another right back options, and potentially a goalkeeper. But in the central area, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I might add Kevin Phillips in there because I'm a big fan of Kevin Phillips from Leeds, so I might do that as well. But Locatelli is definitely a no-go for this season because he just currently signed. But signing two strikers, top strikers, are a must for this career mode before Lacazette and also Nketiah contract to expired. So looking very good. I'm honestly, I'm liking this career mode already. I'm super excited. So I'm gonna leave it right here, guys. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this new Arsenal career mode FIFA 22, and I will see you guys in the next video.